Hi, I want to say hello to the two people that have joined my YouTube channel and are supporting me. I thought today I would make a video especially for you. Um, I call my 155 books uh, the narrow gate. Jesus said, narrow is the gate that leads to life, and difficult is the path that leads to life, and few find it. But broad is the way that leads to destruction. And I figured out with my own wisdom and probably the help of the Holy Spirit that the narrow gate is actually obeying the teachings of Jesus. Jesus talked in Matthew 7 saying, a wise man is one that hears my sayings and obeys them, and he's like someone who built his house upon the rock. When the storms came, the house stood. But a foolish man is the man who hears these sayings of mine and doesn't put them into practice. He's built his house upon the sand. When the storm comes, it'll destroy him. And I don't think I've got more than 5 or 7 years left on this earth, but I do believe storms are coming. And I believe when Jesus said, anyone who hears these sayings of mine, he was actually talking about um, he was talking about uh, his commandments and his parables, his teachings. And I've done extensive writing on the parables of Jesus Made Simple. I've actually got 4 books called The Parables of Jesus Made Simple, and 2 on the gospel, 2 on the commandments. And I'm currently working on a book on the commandments. The book on the commandments that C.S. Lewis helped me with was called The Gospel of Love. And the latest book on the parables was called The Parables of Jesus Made Simple, explained by Jesus himself. Um, I've got a passion to teach people the narrow gate. I've got a passion to teach the gospel. I believe, I'm not sure how long you've been following me, but I believe that Jesus teaches 10 parables that say that if you don't line up to these things, you're not going to go to heaven. And some of the parables are the wheat and the tares. Uh, the wheat and the tares, the tares look the same as wheat. They sound the same as wheat. They look like church members. They look as though they're Christians. But the difference between the tares and wheat is when it comes to harvest time, the wheat has got grain, the wheat has got fruit, and the tares happen. And there's a lot of Christians who live in the church that have got no fruit. They've said a sinner's prayer. They may even move in the gifts of the Holy Spirit. They may be powerful. They may be a mega church pastor, but they've got no fruit. And the wise virgins are people who have built their house upon Jesus' teachings, like the wise builder. The foolish virgins are people who haven't built their life on Jesus' teachings. And there's 10 parables that Jesus told that can stop you from going to heaven. So I've got a real urgency to preach a message to direct people to understand what Jesus taught and start to walk in it. And I think out of my 155 books, about 110 of them tell you that you need to obey Jesus' commandments and you need to obey his parables. And I just repeat myself over and over again, or the Holy Spirit has me repeat myself over and over again. So I really want to encourage you to share my videos, and I want to encourage you to stay being a member. I haven't worked out how to get paid off YouTube, but your membership actually helps me. And I want to encourage you to even take the time to comment on my videos so I can get to know you. I think I know Zachary. I've got a lot of names that I know. I think we've spoken on Facebook video. So thank you so much for your support. And I hope that you learn something in what I'm saying. I've got a passion for Christians and I want them walking the right way. And I hope as you tune in and watch my videos that you'll understand the gist of what I'm saying. God bless you.